Live from behind you because we're going to get you, and we got a knife. It's Dragon Friend.
Very threatening.
So we are back, and barely no time has passed, for we are all still here in the same clothes in Ben's bedroom.
It's not my
We
bedroom.
film in Ben's
Then
bedroom.
why do you sleep here?
Yeah, and why does your mum keep knocking on the door trying to give us pastizzis?
She's proud of her pastizzis.
She makes a damn good pastizzi.
Proud Maltese heritage.
Does anybody have anything to report from the break? We all had some pizza. A week passed.
I ate none of the pizza.
Yep.
I want everyone to know that at home. I was not offered any, and I ate none.
You were offered it, you big poo.
They all got a pizza each.
Hey, shut it, you
all
heavy
ate an
turd.
entire large pizza.
You low
And-
rat.
and I
You
looked
low
at-
rat.
I looked at their delicious melted plates, and I said,
A delicious
"Ooh,
melted plate.
One melted plate,
that would
please.
be a tasty thing to put in my mouth."
Fun thing.
And none of them, not a single one, on this Christmas Day.
We recorded this on Christmas Day. It's Christmas Day, and
No, don't because people.
Logan
that's gonna
Paul's going to
confuse-
Japan, and I can only imagine wonderful things are going to happen.
Oh boy.
What happened in Japan?
Nothing. Well,
No,
A terrible thing.
but just before we start, a little bit of business. Has everybody seen? We've got a
Right.
wiki now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey Mermaid on
that's so
Twitter.
cool.
The indomitable Jane Ritt has been making us a little.
Yeah, and some other people. Have been,
And some other people, yeah.
contributing.
if you would like to vandalize that wiki and make me sick ass, that'd be great.
Yeah, no, please get in on that because we are very bad at keeping our.
It would actually be like a really
Chronology.
helpful document
Yeah,
for
it'd just
us.
be really.
Ben Jenkins, can you please stop putting inaccurate things on that wiki?
Someone pointed out that it would be sweet justice if our wiki was vandalized.
You vandalized real Wikipedia, don't you? How many? Don't you need to tell us where they are? How many active unfound pieces of vandalism have you got in Wikipedia at the moment?
I had one active one until about 2 weeks ago.
Oh.
What was that?
It was that the Baker's Delight theme was written by Charles Manson.
How many reprimands officially have you gotten from
He
Wiki?
uses burner accounts.
Yeah, I have. Well, no, because they IP banned me from a couple of my devices. So there's a few devices that don't work on
Is that why
Wikipedia.
you keep getting new phones?
What was some of the other Wikipedia? What's some stuff you did?
Dracula's Theatre Restaurant was a one I did on a flight.
Yep.
And I think because they can IP ban you, Shaq, is this right? They can IP ban you, or they can ban you from your based on your network. And I think I got an entire Etihad plane banned from using Wikipedia.
They vandalized a small Melbourne horror-themed cabaret restaurant.
Well, I was warned many times to not do that. One of my co-workers, Kirsten Drysdale's Wikipedia is one that I think I did it so many times that they locked it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever told you this, but I was listed on the Triple J radio presenter's Wikipedia page.
Oh.
But my name was misspelled.
How?
It was Micheal, not AEL.
Oh,
And
like the way that nobody spells
So,
Michael.
so I was like, well, I'll sign up to Wikipedia and I'll change this.
Yeah.
Because that's
Incorrect.
yeah, it's the thing I can do. I can verify this. I know how to spell my name. So I changed MICHAEL, and then like a week later my account was banned. So I don't know what happened. I don't know who complained.
You're Michael.
Yeah.
Probably the other
Micheal.
comedian, Michael Haynes.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, he's very famous on the radio.
If you're watching this, actually, in the time it's taken us to discuss this, Ben Jenkins has vandalized the Dungeons & Dragons Wikipedia page.
Oh
So
my god.
just have a little look there.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway,
It's a little surprise for future.
Whoa.
a little task for future Ben to do.
Give
Sorry,
me a future
Greg.
task.
Oh yeah, let's give us all a future task, Dave.
And Simon is going to have a delicious lunch.
Oh, great. I love lunch.
Now me.
Eden is going to
I'm not going to the gym.
not go to the gym.
Someone's going to put a very hard maths puzzle in the thread, and Eden's going to solve it.
Hing is going to go to the gym because he goes to the gym now, like a rat.
Well, we don't have to sound like a rat.
Like a rat. Like
And
a-
Alex is going to do a play at Belvoir Street
No,
Theatre.
that's not. You
No,
made
Alex
my
is going to
future
get a
task
sports
wrong.
almanac from 1 week ago and make a bet.
Yeah, Alex has to go back in time and convince her parents not to bone.
I like the King's luck in the 4th race at Kensington. Put it all on Daddy.
Alex, can you do that face again?
No, I don't remember what faces I make.
Oh, it was a good face. I'm going
Deep
to rewind
in
it.
the cells beneath the old palace of Omu are filthy pits. And these pits have been home to you now for several hours. The dragon friends who have been trapped there by Yuan Ti serving Raz Nasi, prophet of Dendar the Night Serpent, the man once dead who has risen to open the gates of the city and bring doom to this land. In that time, you have made a friend, Skerrick, the dwarven mage, and Bobby Eden. You have tried to climb a greasy wall, but successfully gotten one hand out of a manacle. Filge.
I fashioned a harmonica out of a rock.
And Frieza, you have lost all of your clothes, had your hands bound in anti-spell casting manacles that encase your hands in orbs,
Now that
had a gag put into your mouth, had your weird penis laughed at, made a Yuan Ti stab another Yuan Ti who seems to be an important Yuan Ti who maybe might become a powerful enemy, and are lying naked muttering to yourself in a filthy pile of piss.
And it only took us 2
that
hours.
was you. That's not me. You
did all that.
explicitly said that.
you said it.
What
Even
did
the
you say?
piss.
He's a yucky little elf boy.
I'm a sad little elf.
Oh,
no.
people had a week to forget that.
I'm wetting myself for my weird penis now.
I just like this.
But
Look
a
at
few hours passing as they do, and the grates are removed, and hooks come down into the pit and begin to drag you one by one by your manacles up onto the surface, and depositing you with a thump at the feet of a
Snake.
powerful Yuan Ti Malison in polished black leather armor that you recognize, Frieza, as a man you once cast a spell on.
Oh, did you ever catch the man who drew that awful spell on you? It
Isn't he
wasn't
gagged?
me.
He's gagged.
Yeah, he's gagged.
Oh.
Dave, before when they pull the, I'm gonna slap Frieza when I get close enough to him. When I get pulled,
You're one of the last ones to be pulled up.
yeah, can I slip my hand back in so I like
Yes.
so that they don't know that I'm free, but I can pull it out.
Once you
again?
had a free hand, you were able to sort of loosen it so that
Okay,
now you
so
can
I'll be able to
fake
get free
wear it.
when I want to. Fake wear.
All right, and you all get pulled up and deposited at the feet of Spymaster Yarrow.
Don't eat me.
He's a spy.
What does he look like? Does he have legs or no legs?
He's a Malison, so no legs, like Raznasi.
He's
Was he the
half a
one-
snake.
So you said we were at the feet.
He
of
was the
him.
one I cast the bad spell on.
Yeah, I can't remember what he sounds like. Was he like this?
You
Was
had a
he,
good
It's like Peter
voice.
Serafinowicz.
was he like
Yeah.
like this one?
No, it's like young, gruff Peter Serafinowicz
With
with
a
a
bit of
lisp.
but strong.
Imagine
Sibilance.
Brian Butterfield that goes to the gym.
Strong sibilance.
What does this mean? Was it like this?
It was like 20 minutes ago, man.
Was it a bit like
No,
this?
it's a bit more like serious. Like
Just do the
proper.
voice.
You eat a
It'll-
pizza and forget how to talk.
It's very much.
Oh, it's very much like, like this, wasn't it? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
We're back.
He's flanked, by the way, by the 2 Yuan Ti guards, one of which has a freshly bandaged midsection,
Oh, like Kylo Ren.
Hey, spoilers.
just like Kylo Ren.
First of all,
When you saw that,
Spoilers.
as a person who's
Spoilers.
no, this is not spoilers. But when you saw that, as a person who's attracted to men in general, did you find that attractive? Because I saw that, and as a man who's afraid of all other men, I was deeply fearful.
Fearful of what?
Just the broad side.
Oh.
Erotic spoilers. Stop it.
all right.
I was
So
very
he goes-
turned on from start to finish.
It was a very horny
That's
film.
just
Yeah.
the truth.
So he goes.
It was
He
not a
goes.
person,
Oi.
spaceship.
Wait.
Wait.
Can
I'm a
I
dad,
just say
I
I'm
can't see it
extremely
yet.
horny for Kylo Ren?
All right. Can you jot that
canon.
down, please?
That's canon. Alex Lee.
You all
is
filge.
Me?
I
Okay.
didn't see how. Yeah.
Adam Driver. If you are a fan of Dragon
No.
Friends.
Kylo Ren.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Are you? Wait. Are
Tell
you?
your friend Kylo Ren.
Imagine if Adam Driver listened or watched this. That would be crazy.
He's too serious.
Nah.
You know
Okay.
President Obama watches?
This.
Yeah.
President Obama watches Dragon
Yeah,
Friends.
he loves Twitch. Malia got him onto it.
Yep.
Yeah. And he watches our channel.
He's in the chat most times.
Yeah,
His name is President Obama.
I assume that's him.
No, I mean it is.
He hasn't got a new tag yet. He's not let it
He's
go.
got that seal next to his name.
He sent us all those
Custom emoji.
Yeah, he sent us all presidential White House mints, and I ate them all and then got a tummy ache.
I like the idea that you get a special emoji if you're the president and nobody else gets
In all chats.
Yeah.
Ah.
I just want to
Got any
keep.
Dungeons
It's a
and
picture of a
Dragons yet,
dog on
haven't
a
we?
skateboard.
So he talks like this. Yes, good.
Okay.
And he goes, well. First things first.
Oh, by the way, Skerrick and Mabon are deposited up as well.
Yep.
And he turns to the guy with the bandage, and he's like, I'd like to apologize formally to Gary.
In front of the prisoners.
In front of the prisoners. I think it's important. I lost my mind. There was a spell, and he glares at him and Friezo. There was some unfortunateness, but me and Gary have had a big long talk, and it's fine. Isn't that right, Gary?
Thank you. I appreciate your apology.
Okie dokie.
But he's
Oh.
still glaring at him from behind him.
Yeah. Okie dokie. So, some of you are going to be sacrifices, and some of you
And he glares at Ing and Frieza.
are going to be slaves. Eeny, meeny, miny. How do you want to decide this?
Can I cast Charm Person?
Yes, you can actually. I think, don't forget this. How does that work? Is it?
So spells cast at DC 11 plus 3.
Yeah. I'm just
Can
more.
you do that subtly, though?
That's my question.
Oh, weird. How you don't?
Well, I just
I
think
can
when
do a
there's-
distraction.
Can't
when
you
tool.
there's-
just
when
can't you
there's
just, like,
one
mumble it
person-
under your breath or something?
when there's one person, it's fine because they're like, "Hey, what are you doing? Hey, you're my best friend." But when there's three people, the other two are going to
also all the other slaves.
yeah, well, they're on your side presumably.
I guess so.
But
How broadly does that work? Charm Person. Does it work on everyone in the
person.
group? Oh, it's just one person.
Mm.
Okay. Maybe I'll just.
But you're also charming. Why don't you just use some of that natural charisma?
Okay, I'll just wait to see what happens.
Do you think the litters have a dragon huddle?
Okay, you can ask. Ask.
Excuse me, Mr. Mallison.
Yes, the enormous one.
It's weird that you call yourself that.
No, it's like, yes, the,
Oh!
tis I, the enormous one.
Excuse me, Mr. Enormous Mallison.
What's better? First up, I got two questions. Which one do you prefer?
Do you mean being a
Like,
sacrifice?
Is it better to be a sacrifice or a slave? The second question, can we just have a quick huddle with me, friends?
No.
It's a dragon huddle, and most of the time when we say dragon huddle, people let us have it.
Okay, but that's
Dragon huddle!
Nope.
And you huddle.
Could you just and then he
Guys, should we all get
takes a
sacrificed?
spear from the and he starts. But you can talk while I'm trying to do this.
Guys, should we choose to be sacrificed? Because we can fight
Okey-dokey.
priests, or should
Just
we be slaves? Which one?
Separating you all
Let's,
apart there.
We don't want to die.
Okey-dokey.
We don't-
Gary,
we could
little help.
escape. We could escape from priests.
Garrett,
Totally. Let's do it.
little help, Gary.
Wait, does winking mean let's not do it?
And you're
Okay.
separated.
Okay.
Frieza was there with a gag on the whole time. Going,
That was I'll be honest, that was a little embarrassing. If some of us had a bit more, I don't know, team spirit.
Midsection.
But for now, yeah, to decide who would get sacrificed and who becomes slaves, it's really very simple. It's what you're willing to tell me. So my first question, of course, who sent you to Omu?
No,
Fallen for that one before.
no, you're going to talk about piss again. You, the little one.
yes,
Who
well,
sent you to Omu?
we are here of our own volition. We're just we. To be honest, and look, it seems weird, but we woke up in Port Nyanzaru. We're just kind of winging it, and we
Okay.
sort of stumbled our way here.
Sure.
Do you have any Lathic turtle dye?
Okay, but like, do you honestly expect me to think that? And look, no offense, but you seem like fucking idiots. Do you honestly expect
We get that.
me to think that you found your way?
Oh,
No.
are you throwing up behind your gag?
I'm doing that thing that, like, you know how sometimes you got something in your mouth and you just start you can't actually swallow your spit anymore, so you're just drooling everywhere? I'm doing that.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's getting real,
It's real gross. It's real sad.
Do you expect me to believe that not only
Get Gary, get him a fresh
Gary, would
gag.
you mind? But put the gag over the other one and then slip it down.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, my point is, I would believe that you found yourself in Chult. Many people do, are press-ganged into a navy or whatever, find themselves in Chult. But am I really to expect that you find yourself in a city that has been lost for over a century?
We ride the tides of fortune.
What?
Like cool surfers. We hang 10
Uh-huh.
into good times.
What?
And it just shit just happens to us.
Yeah, the trick is not really
To
wanting to
care.
be here or caring very much.
What? Why did you? Okay.
Well, treasure. That's why
Yeah,
we're
well,
here.
that's understandable.
Yeah. I mean, really, we're just like looking for like gold and good times.
Golden good times.
I'm looking for my girlfriend.
Are you?
Yeah, she got. Remember when she got sucked through the portal?
Yeah, but I thought you were over her.
Well, but yeah, I mean, obviously,
Dragon huddle.
she doesn't.
You still have feeling for her?
Not really, but like, don't want another dude to get in my shed.
Man, that's an unhealthy
That's where I
place
keep
to
my
be.
bicycle.
Yeah, You're not going to be able to open your heart to new opportunity if you keep thinking of her as your share.
Well, look.
Okay, you know what? Gary, I think, make a note. We're going to kick these ones up the line.
It's interesting that you said treasure before that embarrassing interlude. Because that was my next question. What exactly should I make of this? And he holds up one of the Chilton puzzle cubes, the Kubazan puzzle cube.
Oh, that's a big toad octopus.
Yeah, that's a puzzle cube, my sweet little baby.
What? What?
In a
Did you
puzzle
say? What
cube.
Gary, what did you just...
I believe she called you a sweet little baby, sir.
Is that a...
It's a
My-
very
my-
high. It's a high honorific title of where we come from.
Okay, well, maybe it's a dialect. Could you put that down the next
I'll
time?
make a note of it.
Thank
sir.
you, my sweet little baby.
What do you mean? You put it in the wall and then Snake Man comes
Yes.
to get you.
No, it's just cute.
Is that what Filch thinks the wall did?
Yeah. We summoned you.
Is that why you're so upset
come
about
get
the
us.
accommodation level?
Yeah. Yeah, this
Okay.
so far that's a bad wall.
I guess what we're all trying to say is, for some reason, we can sometimes be very useful.
Yes, that does seem the way. All right. Well, look, Gary, just put them down for now as slaves.
Slaves, all right, sir. The slaves. Even the one with the barb. The
No,
naked one with the
put him
bar-
down as a sacrifice.
Oh, okay, sacrifice.
Oh,
Sacrifice
Step.
the barb.
If I may, I know why you've done that,
Uh-huh.
but we kind of come as a team. Like, it's sort of like that weird, like, it's the chemistry of the thing
Oh,
that
the
kind
X
of like
factor.
propels us along.
Yeah.
If you're the gestalt of this whole thing.
If you're going to
Everybody wears different hats.
if you're going to sacrifice him, you'll have to sacrifice all of us.
Okay, put them all down as
Whoa,
sacrifice.
Wait.
Is every
Wait, hang on. Let's see what your friend has to say about this.
Gary.
Gary, be ready with the counter spell in case he tries anything.
All right.
And he takes off the thing.
Okay, so Frieza's like, and which god will we be sacrificed to?
What the big serpent god? What are you...
Dendar, the night serpent that
Dendar.
gnaws at the edge of the world.
I'm a giant snake. I mean, what did you think it was going to be? The Mormon god?
I assumed it would be
What is
cool
the
if-
fantasy Mormon god?
It's the same thing.
It's-
Mormonism exists
What-
verbatim in...
What the evangelical boys who turned bad, weren't they like?
They worship...
Yellow.
Pello, wasn't it?
Is
Yeah,
it Pello?
Right.
Hello.
But why do you even need to do sacrifices with us?
Well, that's a sort of big philosophical question, isn't it?
I mean,
I mean, how much time do you have?
Have you
to-
ever not done a sacrifice?
Yes, it was the famine of 100 years.
Oh,
Well,
you missed on this one then.
as Fenthazar tells us, the Dendar, the night serpent, who lies deep beneath the fire peaks, gnaws his way at the surface, but gates have been placed to stop him. The blood is so that he can smell his way through those gates and find his way here, so that the final dark times shall begin as prophesied, and the world shall sing its final song.
Yes,
Does he
you
like
read nuggets?
corn? Does he like the smell of corn?
What?
We can
Blood.
cast, but just if he had to smell things, we can do.
That's
a very good corn
absolutely
smell.
not what I said.
Okay.
So from nowhere, Friezo produces a fedora, and he looks at the Mr. Yuan, and he
Well,
goes,
hang on.
I think you'll actually find that religion is just a way that like powerful people control other like people. And,
Zap him somehow.
and actually, like when I think about like religious fights, I just think about who's fighting about who has the bigger imaginary friend.
Zap.
And you
Get it!
Sorry.
You get
I
gagged
thought you thought it was rather compelling. And then he gags him.
I could be waterboarded and I wouldn't feel it. That's a Christopher Hitchens joke.
It was,
Yeah.
and it was a deep cut,
Thank
and I
you,
liked
thank
it.
you, no worries, thank you.
So where were we? Okay. Yes. Sacrifice.
Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4.
No, I think having seen the madness firsthand and discovering the Friezo's the one he doesn't like, Friezo goes to the sacrificial chamber.
No, I know, but they've said. So I'm going to give you another chance. You said quite bravely that it would be a sacrifice for all of you or just the one of you.
Well, no, he said that.
That's what I said. And my friends stand with me.
Okay.
I take a step 2 away from him.
And I step towards Bobby, so we're still
I'm seeing
together.
sacrifice.
Slavery.
I'm looking at both of them and winking.
Something in your eye.
Slavefice.
Well, let's put it this way. What are the various duties of the slave? Because maybe
Great question.
We can maybe we have a competency that would.
Look, when I asked you what you wanted, I was sort of being hypothetical about all this.
Oh wow, that would take a load off. To be honest,
What, just making the decision
lay
for
it
you?
on me.
All
Yeah,
right.
true leadership.
It's like when when you're at a dinner table at a restaurant,
Yes.
and someone's like, "Oh, trying to work out what
Uh-huh.
it is," and me just like, "I'll just pay all of it, so me don't have to do any maths."
Yeah. Yeah. do you
We should go to dinner more often.
do you lose a lot of money that way?
A lot.
Yes. But yeah, sometimes do you just pay for the whole meal and get everybody to pay you back so you get more frequent carriage points?
What exactly is going on here, Yarrow? And suddenly Yarrow spins around, having sort of gotten drawn into that conversation against his will, and you see in a brilliant yellow shawl a dark-skinned Malison with flashing eyes.
Yes, what's going on here?
We told you snakes were sexy.
Again, all of these voices would have been better for Raznasi, but go on.
What are the prisoners doing here? I was under the impression that they would either be slaves or sacrifices, and nothing in between, and yet here we are.
Ben, I gave you a fresh character to get you out of this loop that you'd caught yourself.
Nope.
So who are we meeting, Dave?
You could ask.
Well,
You
I
can
can't.
tell-
She
If Spymaster Yarrow looked like middle management, this is definitely starting to look like top level.
Ooh.
Oh yes, I'm sorry.
Yarrow was letting us choose which one we want to be, slave or sacrifice.
Well,
We're
what?
just trying to decide.
I'm a sacrifice.
Actually, are you in need of any entertainment?
Excuse me?
Well, I feel like there should be I think there could be another option. I mean, there are slaves,
Sure.
there are sacrificees,
Uh-huh.
and then in between work and killing,
Mhm.
surely in your downtime you just need, like see a
So
little
we're
show,
bringing
a
about
s-
the end of the entire
a
world. We don't have a lot of
bard.
downtime.
Well, we got some great songs about the end of time. At the end of time, yeah.
Would you like to sing one for me then? Because you just literally said you had one.
Yeah, you want me to sing one?
Sure.
Okay, guys. And a 1 and a 2. Just me or everyone?
I mean,
Here's the end of time, chafing at my teeth. Surely this is the end. Death to all my friends. DM the feast.
Really got away from you at the end, didn't it?
Oh yes.
For instance, just one example of one of the many
But
songs
she
I
puts
know.
she puts her hand up. She's heard enough, and she turns to Yarrow and she says, "Slaves." And with that, she slithers away, and snakes slap black bags over your heads and
Ow.
pull you out of the room and drag you down what seems like a long corridors, bumpy, a step, then more corridors, and then you hear a large door creaking open. You get thrown through it. The sack's pulled off, and it slams behind you, and you find yourselves in a cave.
I can't believe that interaction ended with her concluding that we shouldn't.
Yeah,
kill
you're
them.
welcome, everybody.
Thank you.
I honestly think she wasn't listening. I think she was just like checking your how muscular you were, if you had all your
Right.
teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you have to use
And
your
it was
teeth
a catchy
for?
tune.
Yeah, and it was a very catchy tune, which appealed to her.
So we're in a room now,
You're in a cave.
and the door closed behind
It's
us.
a huge. Yep. So there's a breeze. Interestingly, a strange breeze seems to come through here, and you can see shivering groups. Sorry.
What?
It's
He made a fighting noise. I
me and
think.
Simon just looked at each other at the exact same time when he said a strange breeze. And both of us went to make fart noises, and Simon did first, and we
I
both
stopped
laughed.
laughing in the middle of doing a fart noise, which is a very strange thing
There is
to
a
happen.
strange breeze blowing through, and you can see shivering groups of slaves, presumably, who are sort of dressed in filthy rags around with feeble picks, working at the walls, trying to sort of clean them out.
So we're the best dressed, except for Frieza.
Oh, Frieza's definitely not. Frieza is naked.
Still as nude as the day I was born.
But the rest of you, I suppose, for now, are quite well dressed for this space, and indeed
Kings of the slaves.
more
Have I been
nourished.
ungagged
No,
in
it's
the
funny you
cave?
should say that. For if anyone is king of the slaves,
Uh-huh.
you can see a figure of one more Malison, this one in a fine robe, who is sort of coiled up on a sort of wooden platform that they have built and surrounded with sort of a kind of one of those reclining chairs and some food, and sitting, holding a leash with a chain, and that leash is on a collar of a small Chiltern boy in a white tunic.
I thought it was going to be Gribbets.
It should have been Gribbets.
Should have been Gribbets.
So what our job here? Like, we slaves, so give me some work.
Have I been unmanacled?
Yes, you're unmanacled.
Is what Filch says.
No, none of you are unmanacled, but you're
I'm gagged,
You're ungagged, but your hands are still in the orbs.
so I can't cast magic.
How many
I just declared that to the room.
slaves are in here?
I'd say that there is probably about 40. It seems, because these are large caverns that lead further murkily into the dark. They're very badly lit, though.
And they're
Okay.
trying to clean them, or they're just like they're mining stuff.
They're widening them out. This is the furthest extremes of these cellars, and they're
Right.
sort of
Oh.
turning the natural caves increasingly into spaces.
So we're in a big room with a door that's closed behind us, and there are tunnels leading off this room? Not yet.
These caves go further out,
Right.
and in fact, I got a picture here for you. I'll
Where's
show you.
the breeze coming from?
Feels like there's very bad feng shui in here.
The feng shui is not great, I would say.
Slaves are very bad for feng shui.
Are they?
Wherever you put them,
And vice versa.
they screw up the
This
energy.
kind of area.
Oh, okay, down there.
And as I said, there is they're picking at the walls, and there is, aside from the one Malison, there are also a few purebloods with whips that are sort of walking through the space.
Purebloods look like.
Humans, but they have snake eyes.
Oh, right, okay.
Have they given us...
Sorry, do they have Snake Eyes, or do they have Blu-ray copies of the Nicolas Cage film Snake Eyes?
Sorry, what was your question, Alex?
I was just wondering, do they have snake eyes that have 2 dice?
Nicolas Cage. Does anybody have a question about Dungeons?
I actually did have a question.
That was dice related, to be fair.
Have we got pickaxes? Have they given us one? Like, I'm
You
ready
don't have a
to
job
go.
yet, I don't think.
Oi! Me new here.
The little kid, actually, the Yuan-Ti, the Malison, flicks its tail once and glares at you, and the little kid pipes up.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yes, well, you will be assigned a job in good time.
No, straight away.
Hmm?
Straight away.
Yes, straight away. What?
You'll
That
be
is good
assigned a
time.
job. Very good time.
Yes.
So what jobs?
So what
What's
we
that job?
do?
Well, he'll have to tell you.
And the snake flicks its tail again,
Well, hang on.
and then speaks in Yuan-Ti.
Yes.
Says something to you. Yeah.
So
yeah.
whispers in Yuan-Ti to the boy, and the boy, or he doesn't even whisper, he just says it. And he's like, well, you see, the thing is, by the way, that I happen to, at my school, I learnt Yuan-Ti, and I also learnt Common. And he doesn't like to speak Common because he says dirty's his mouth. So I get to be his translator.
Well, you learnt common at school?
Hmm?
You didn't. What did you
No, the
speak before you
snake
spoke
weren't
common?
common.
No, what? No. I was saying, I learnt Yuan-Ti, the snaky voice,
Yeah,
at
but
school.
But then you said you also learnt common. So what were you speaking before you learnt
No, I
common?
learnt
What do you-
Common as a subject.
Well,
You know,
what-
like you learnt
What
Like
language do you speak
English.
at home, though?
I could speak it.
Common.
Why do you have
It
to
was
learn
a
it at
subject.
school?
We read great common works of literature.
Wait, so you were like in a sort of a remedial class for learning the
I
language
was
you already
not
speak?
in remedial once! Because I found writing with my hands very hard.
Why? Because your hands are so soft and tiny?
Yes.
And so you had to learn to speak like a snake because you couldn't speak like a common.
That was not the... And
you
he
wanna teach
says
us-
something in the snake language to the thingy.
and one of the purebloods whips you.
Yeah. Ah! Yes. Well, that taught you, didn't it? Ha!
Like remedial common? Is
Oh
that
my
how it's called?
god! Anyway, your job,
Is
he
it private
says...
school you went to, or?
Anyway, your job, he says, is to take a dead body, that one there, make sure he's dead. Haha, no, he is. I saw him die. And I want you to row him out into the middle of the lake.
Do I have to use him as a boat, or do I put him in a boat?
You will be provided with one boat and some oars. Do I tell them why?
To dispose of the body.
Yes, dispose of the body, otherwise it's all very, very stinky.
Aren't you sacrificing bodies?
You need to be alive to be sacrificed. Who taught you anything? Ha!
No one.
Yes, well, that's sad. So anyway, yeah, just dump it in the middle of the lake.
All of us?
Yeah, one,
There's a
two,
small island, actually. It'll be disposed of in the middle of the island.
yeah, one,
Why
two,
not just
three,
dump
four.
it in the water?
Because
Why don't you do what I say? And he whips you
Yeah.
again.
Ah.
These people are terribly bad at being slaves.
Well, put us on the boat. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yes, get on the boat and
And one of the purebloods with a
pirates.
whip gestures and pushes you, and you, as you make your way down further into it, you work out
All right.
that this
Oh.
strange breeze is coming from a vast underground lake
Nice.
that the caves break out into, and two small rowboats are by the water, which are being guarded by 2 more brood guard. And so there's a few Yuan-Ti here, but not many for the amount of slaves. But then again, they're all handcuffed and weaponless, so they're able to bully them very easily.
And what's this body?
The body that they make you guys carry, I suppose, Filge, can you pick it up?
Yep.
Yep, is a body of a very emaciated old man dressed in rags who looks like he is also not of these shores. He looks like perhaps an adventurer or perhaps a slave that they brought with them to Omu.
And how dead? Like how stinky is he?
He's emaciated. He looks like he's starved to death.
So you got anything in his pockets?
You're gonna.
And
you're
is he actually dead? Sorry,
oh yeah, he's very dead. He's
Okay,
very
right.
very dead. So in front of them, you just start searching the body.
Yeah, and I'm saying, oh man, you gotta check. Have you guys checked his pockets? You gotta.
Once again, your hands are encased in orbs.
Oh yeah.
Okay, do you know what? You're going to pay for this. So that's what you say?
I'm gonna be like I'm saying to the
Yep.
To the guards or whatever.
Yep.
I'm
I
gonna
know
say
you're
like,
good.
have you guys checked his pockets? Because you don't want to be throwing. You don't want to be throwing him in the. You don't want to be throwing him.
Oh my God, he had such a good idea. Check his pockets. And 2 guards walk over, check his pockets.
And they go, oh, it's a map.
Oh, it's a map. They pull out the map. They go, oh my God, it's a map that this bounder made of the entire facility. Well, I guess you don't get that anymore.
And then they rip it up.
Yep.
Why have they chosen Friezo to row a man out if he's just got balls on his hands?
All of you guys are doing it.
Do they unshackle our arms?
No, they don't.
Listen, you can do this.
Your hands stay shackled.
What about our legs?
No, your legs stay shackled.
How do we get into a boat with shackled legs?
Very awkwardly, but they seem to find it funny.
They don't seem to value human life.
So
particularly
actually,
highly.
just so you know, when you have to do anything, you'll be doing it with disadvantage when you have the
Okay.
manacles on.
Oh.
And you make your way sort of.
So it's us and how many guards?
No guards.
They leave the boat for you, and
So, any
Okay.
other instructions? So we just row
There's
this
an
body
island.
out, dump it on an island,
and he gives a
row back.
torch to you, Filge, and he points out to the east where you can see what looks in the gloom like a small island.
Okay, and are we supposed to torch the body when we get there?
No, just leave it, please.
Okay. Guys, let's go.
Can I like kick the fragments of the map in front of us as we walk down?
No, you absolutely
So,
cannot.
what is our path illuminated by?
Just the one torch that was given to
torch.
Filge.
Okay.
That Filge has.
So you start rowing. Who's gonna
Okay,
row?
as soon as we get on the boat, I get my lock picks and start to and pick the locks in my hands.
And I pull my hands out of my things while Bobby's doing it.
All right, so you
Or
free
it's not even
yourself.
looking.
And you're going to 20. Excellent.
Can you do me as well?
And you don't need.
No.
Do me.
I'll do
Okay, no,
Filge.
no.
Great. So you
And
I'll
I do
let
everyone's
you go,
legs.
Friezo.
I do Friezo's legs.
But not his arms.
I let go
Yeah.
of Friezo's arms.
Oh, Baston, you'll live to regret this.
what about Skerrick and Mabon who are with you?
Oh
too?
yeah, I'll do them too.
Oh, they're hanging out with us too.
Oh, hey
They've
guys.
given 6 people the job
I
of
said 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
disposing
Skerrick
one
and Mabon
body.
is still
So
there.
how many hours row is this? away?
Not many. But it's so who's keeping an eye out? You're
I'll row because I'm the strongest.
Filge, should you do? You've got dark vision.
And
Why
most
don't you do?
beautiful.
Yeah, I'll do a lookout.
okay. Great. Can you make a little perception check for me?
Yeah, I'm just gonna have a look at this island. Yeah, and it's a 4.
Great. Thank you very much. All right. So you start to row out. I'm not going to make you row for it because you've taken the manacles off, so it's pretty easy to make your way through it. And as you row deeper into it, suddenly the rock seems to slant down very, very quick, the roof above you, and it gets quite low. And hanging from the roof as it gets lower and lower, you notice is a kind of mossy sort of creepers that are hanging in tendrils. But it comes on you so quickly without Filge noticing that Filge, who's standing up at the front, has to quickly make a dexterity check for me.
Can I see it?
It's basically jumps. It comes out at you in the
So
low
do I
light.
have? I've got danger sense. So do I get 2 dice?
Oh, yes. Sorry. No, it just means that you can't have disadvantage, doesn't it?
I have advantage on dexterity saving throws against effects I can see.
Go for
I
it.
just read it.
Well done.
Oh yeah, 19, baby.
All right, 19. You duck down low, and Filge, I assume, tells everybody to go low.
Yeah.
Yep. And as the boat
I
goes,
imagine that the skeleton of the old man goes like, and like the skull almost pops off.
and you guys sort of all duck past the creeper. And as you go through it, you start noticing that there are like skulls and bones that are sort of caught in the creeper, and you sort of perhaps maybe dodged something that could have been quite upsetting. But the boat continues on, and soon you find yourself at this island. As you get closer, it seems almost completely abandoned. There's sort of a mound at the back of the island, and you notice as you get closer as well that there are bones, human bones, all over the island that look quite fresh.
We don't have great feeling about this island.
I feel like how big is the island? Can we like circumnavigate it?
Yes, you can if you want to.
Okay.
Are we agreed?
Yeah.
And let's check it out. Let's look with our eyes.
I have an inkling that we might be sent out here as food for whatever's. If there's fresh bones,
Getting quite close to the island and not getting bumping alongside it is going to be a little bit tricky. So I want you to quickly make for me. I think we'll call this. You've got athletics. This is an athletic.
Yeah, athletics. I got +6.
Sure, why not?
Ooh, 8. That
Um,
ain't good.
8. So trying to avoid the particular and strange eddies of the water, Baston starts to bring the boat
Do
around.
I need to voice those eddies?
I'm sorry, Ben. Have you not had something to do for the last 5 minutes?
Bored.
You'll have something to play in just a second. You make your way through the eddies, and but unfortunately, Baston, you lose momentarily control of the boat, and as it crashes towards the shore of the island, and you all sort of lose your balance momentarily. And at that moment, it makes a loud noise, which echoes even louder inside the cavern. And what seemed to be the large shape at the back of the island suddenly seems to move. And as it gets up, dust billows out as 4 chains that are pinned to each side of the island are pulled upright by some kind of giant beast that is starting to get up.
Can I roll away?
And quickly make for me
back it up.
another perception check for me, Filge. Does anyone else have dark vision?
I do as well.
Do I
You
have
can both
wisdom to that, or is it?
Perception is wisdom, yeah. Yep.
18.
Oh, if Alex sees it, did you see it?
Yep, Alex, you suddenly see that that shape is the shape of a giant sort of dragon with sort of tentacle-like heads, and 4 of its 5 heads have collars on them that are
Right.
pinned to the side. It's a Hydra.
Oh.
And so what do you
man.
mean the heads are like tentacles?
So
Long necks.
It has
So-
long,
Long
like
necks.
dinosaur necks.
Oh, got it.
Guys, I think try and start cutting off as many heads as you can.
if I know my Hercules.
And so it starts biting and snapping at you. Unfortunately, because you've come along the side of the island, you're sort of in reach because it's got a little bit of motion around, and it starts racing towards the boat.
I want to roll away, man.
You've lost one of the oars when you
No.
lost balance, so you're gonna have to get the oar back. And you actually do go first.
Okay, I'm going to try and get that oar back.
Okay, so you're diving into the water,
Oh, shit. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
straight into the water.
Nothing ever goes
Make an
wrong.
athletics check for me.
19.
19. All right. Baston dives over the side and into the water, following the oar, which is already starting to sort of float by the eddy out of the way. Bobby, you're next.
So is somebody else steering?
Great question.
So
This is a
I
great
grab
question.
the remaining, or presumably there's 2 oars, or is
Yep.
it like a canoe scenario?
2 oars.
And I'm trying to, and I guess I'm trying to sort of steer away at the back of the boat.
Make an athletics check for me. If you can stabilize the boat.
It's a 14 plus
Minus one.
Minus 1. 13. That's enough for a sort of simple task.
Okay.
You get the boat under control. You can't move it away, but everyone would have had disadvantage on the boat, but now it's stable enough that you guys can do whatever you want. Freezer, you're next.
I am going to try and stabilize Is the boat stable?
It is now stable. It's stable enough to cast a spell.
Okay. I don't have any spell slots left because I turned myself into a ghast and then tried to turn a snake man mad.
Yep.
Um,
We've all made bad life choices.
$1.
so I think, how far away were we from the Hydra?
Like 10 feet away.
Okay.
Whoa.
Then I'm going to... Okay, here is my thought. The Hydra lives in darkness, right?
Yes, that's right.
So what I'm going to try and do is cast light on one of its heads, so it so that one of its heads.
Light is a gentle light.
I think it's a bright.
You can
light.
make it bright.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I think you do have control over it.
it.
Yeah, all right,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
quite
yeah.
close. All right,
and I'm going to try and make it fearful or blind.
So you're going to cast
itself.
light right in its face?
Yes, right.
All
in its
right.
face, but it's not going to be attached to me. It's going to be attached to it. So I can eliminate an object, and it's that.
Oh, you're trying to blind one of the heads?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, great. All right, I'll make a wisdom save for it. That's only a 9. That will fail your base spell.
Yeah,
So great. All
So
right,
you
excellent.
touch one object. Oh yeah. Sorry. Yes.
Oh, touch?
Yes, 10 feet in any dimension. Okay, so I guess I can't do that. I'm gonna.
No, you can try and touch a head.
Yeah, I'll try and touch a head then.
So
yeah.
you dive off
10
the...
feet's like us to the camera.
Yeah, that's a move equivalent action.
Okay, cool,
So
cool.
you dive off the boat and you run at the Hydra and make a touch attack for me.
It's finally gone crazy.
Ooh, that's a 7.
You just got to beat 11. What?
Plus, what's my attack? Is it strength?
Dexterity.
Dexterity is
2.
9. Does not make
I'm
it.
afraid you miss, and you dash in front of it. Now you're standing alone, right, naked, in front of a Hydra.
Oh, please, Mr. Hydra.
Phil,
It eats you, and you're dead.
Phil,
It's gonna eat me. I'm too scrawny.
Does my boat have any oars?
it's the
We're on
same
the same
boat.
boat.
Oh, we're on the same one.
Yep.
And where's Skerrick and Mayo?
They didn't come with us.
behind, but that wasn't their
They
name.
didn't come.
But they-
Skerrick of Mayo.
Throw in the body.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. She waves her arms and goes, "Hey, hungry much?" she pulls off the head of the corpse. She's gonna, cause she doesn't want to waste it all, and throws it at far away,
like a ball.
like a ball,
Make a s-
away from us.
Make a strength check to pull a dead man's head off.
It's very
moderate.
emaciated.
Yeah, it's only moderate check. That'll do it. Yep,
se-
13 plus
17.
your strength.
Yep.
The head pops off. For this, and that's the second time in 2 days you remark to yourself quietly and benignly that you have twisted a man's head off.
Getting good at this.
And you
What a party trick.
and you punt it down on the island, and the Hydra, one of the heads actually snakes forward. Two of the heads, and its attention is momentarily divided as it tries to work out whether it wants the small amount of easy to get food over to its side, or the quite difficult squirmy amount of food in front of it, which would be represented by you, Friezo.
How does it decide that? Is there sort of a committee meeting?
Do they have a dragon huddle?
Hydra huddle.
Hydra huddle.
Oh, that'd be so cute.
And the next up is the Hydra. Now, 3 of its heads start moving towards
How many heads we got on this Hydra?
5.
It says 5, but in the illustration it has 6,
Yes.
so I don't know what to believe.
I know.
One of them is its dick.
Its
dick
sorry,
looks
like a head.
Sorry.
One of them is just dick.
Three of them snap and fight for the head that you've thrown, and the other 2 bite at you, Friezo.
Okay.
And they roll a... What's your armor class?
Well, I guess 0 because I'm naked.
No, what's your dexterity bonus?
Oh, dexterity bonus. +2.
All right, so 12. So one of them misses and one of them hits you. And the hit does 10 points of damage.
Oh, shit.
To your
Hey,
dick.
you know how Hydras, classically, if you cut off their heads, they grow back? Does that work the same in reverse? If they bite off one of my arms, 2 will grow back?
One way to find out.
100%, one way to find out. All right, the next one up is Baston.
Do I have the oar?
Yeah, you're in the water and you've got the oar.
I want to get out of the boat. I
You're
want out of the water and into the boat.
one more athletics
I
check
want
for
to get
me.
into the boat.
Again, thankfully, you don't have manacles on, or all of this would be very hard.
19. I'm the best.
Baston
at getting out of
clambers
the
back.
water.
He's got one of the oars. Bobby, you've got the other oar, and Bobby, you're up next.
Okay, I'm gonna leave the oar. So it's presumably the head is down low where Friezo is, where it's bitten him. Still,
The head is just sort of rolling around on the island, while
Oh,
3.
sorry, no, the head of one of the Hydra head that attacked Friezo.
The 2 of them are within 10 feet of you, and the other 3 are in the dust fighting each other over the head.
Okay. So I'm gonna make a dash towards.
You're
the
jumping
head,
onto the island too?
Jumping onto the island, and is it like littered with bones?
Yes, it is.
So I'm just gonna scoop up 2 bones as I sort of run past, and I'm gonna reverse Fred Flintstone and like run up the head of the Hydra, so that I'm sitting sort of basically just behind its head.
Are you making an attack?
Oh, do I have enough? Can I do it?
You can, as a move,
bonk it?
you can grab something as you go, and you can
Yep.
run up to it, and you can attack a head if you want.
Bonk.
Can I get on it and then attack?
No, you can climb up onto it, or you can attack.
I'm gonna climb up. Yeah. No, I'm gonna stab it in the eye.
Great. Okay, make an attack for me.
That's a 15 plus dexterity.
Yep.
19.
All right, that hits it. Congratulations. How much damage?
What's a bone?
Oh, sorry, a bone.
D4.
D6 plus
Like a-
4.
That's a big bone, man.
That's 5.
5 points of damage. Okay, you do 5 points of damage. But its thick, rubbery hide is sort of hard to pierce, and you get the sense that
The eye.
No, he
Yeah,
said
yeah.
the eye.
I know, but like you,
The height of its eye.
It's got heavy, thick eye hide.
if you were attacking its eye, you miss.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, you make enough to stab it, and you actually do a
Okay.
little bit of damage, but you get the
Bonk.
sense that it is going to take a lot of killing to get rid of. Quite a lot of killing indeed. And the
Run away.
and
We
the next
could
one up.
just roll. Like, why don't we just do our job and dump the body and run away?
Why don't we just do our job? That's the first time the Dragon Friends have ever said that. Friezo.
This is how dreams die.
You're
You
right.
start off, you want to do these creative endeavors. You think you're something special, and then you just become part of that rat race.
Yeah,
So you're
man.
saying fighting the Hydra is your equivalent of not giving up on your band?
Very much
Or
so.
comedy career.
Available for gigs.
Frieza's gonna go again with the light touch.
Okay, great. Make another attack for me. You just got to beat its touch attack. AC 17 will do it. All right, you managed to hit them, and the two, because they're both close to you, one of them is blind and the light's traveling with it. The other one is momentarily blinded as well.
Yep.
Filge.
And sorry, wherever that head goes, it's also going to blind.
Yeah, whatever it's closest to.
Cool.
Can I get around? Are those 3 heads still?
Going after that.
No,
ball.
one of them
Going
got
after
it.
that
It's eating it,
ball?
and the other two are coming back now.
Glomp.
Okay, I want to go to the one that's distracted and that's eating it. And can I row around to it, or can I get
They've
around
got the
to
oars,
it?
but you can just jump off the boat and come onto the island too.
Is the body? So I'm back in the boat with both oars.
Yes.
I don't know what your plan is, but I have
We can
both
talk.
of the oars now. Let's get the fuck out of here. This is dumb.
Yeah. Yeah, me
Throw the
only got
body.
10
Get
hit
rid of
points
the body.
left. Okay, so Filge goes, okay. She pulls off an arm, a leg, and a leg, and throws. Is that one?
A leg.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, the other one's already eaten. So that arm, leg,
Pull up the
leg.
head. Leg. That's wrong.
What?
Yeah, arm, leg, torso. 5.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Make a strength roll to desecrate the body.
it's what he would have wanted. That's a 6.
Okay, so you can't. But you are still holding the body, but you can't pull it apart anymore.
Okay, so I'm just going
You
to
can do something with it if you want.
throw it. I'm going to chuck it up and away and say, "Here, boy, catch."
Okay, because it's a full. One more strength check for me.
Heave.
Oh, athletics this time actually.
Athletics. Oh yeah. Grade plus 7. So yeah, I get it.
16, 23.
Oh, 23? Okay,
23.
23. So 23 means that you chuck it and it lands about 12 feet away from you. Down, the body lands with a thunk, and the Hydra is instantly interested in it and distracted. Its next up is the Hydra, which, because it now has a better option than Friezo, doesn't murder him and runs towards the body and starts eating it, and it's going very, very quickly. It's sort of between the 5 snapping at it, you see the body fall apart almost instantly. Baston, you're next.
I start rowing.
Okay.
You gotta get Bobby.
You
Pick
start-
up Bobby and Friezo.
Hurry up, Bobby. I'm leaving. The school bus. Get your shoes on.
You're going to delay your action?
Get your shoes on, Bobby.
He's changed the island though, isn't he?
The
Like,
bus-
The Hydra is.
He is, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to delay my action until Bobby's on and Friezo are on the boat.
All right, Bobby,
Okay, yeah, I make a dash for the.
quickly make an athletics check for me.
Do you want me to do that as well, Dave?
Yes, thank you.
That's a 4
Yeah.
plus.
I rolled a 2.
You rolled a 2.
Oh wait, no, maybe mine was the 18.
No,
No, yours
you
was the
knocked
2.
the 4.
Okay, so you sort of 4 plus what's yours? So
What-
the two of you
is
are
it
scram-
acrobatics or?
You can do acrobatics, sure.
Yeah, so that's 13.
13. All right, you make your way up into the into the boat, but Friezo, you're
Oh
splashing.
wait, no, it's 11.
No, it's still above 10. That's
Okay.
fine. Friezo, you don't, however.
Yes.
How does he trip over
He trips over in the
and lands on his dick?
No, he tries to get into the boat, but you can't quite get into the boat, and you're in danger of capsizing it. Which means that the Hydra, having finished its food, comes back, and it can't get off the island, but you're still close enough that some of its heads can reach you, and they go, and you're very lucky again. Only one of them hits you for this time. A measly little. What is that? Oh, okay. 7 points of damage. And Baston and Bobby, do you want to just pull him into the boat?
Yeah, I'll help him
Yeah.
out.
Cool, with advantage.
I'll help
One
a
of you.
poor elf out.
Strong boy.
It's 15. Great, you make it. Friezo, you're in the boat, and you guys start to row away.
Can I try and rest in the boat ride back?
Explain how that would work.
I'll just.
He won't do anything to help.
All right. Gently lulled by the rocking of the waves, I guess you enjoy a short rest.
Nice.
As you guys start to approach the shore
Should
again.
we row back to shore, or should we keep exploring this
Yeah,
cave?
can we go further?
I think we go further,
Do we
right?
find the ends of the lake?
You can. It's as I said. They described it as a lake, not a river, but you can certainly row around it a bit.
Well, let's follow towards the fresh air.
You're going to have to make that check to go past the Hydra again, because that island is sort of in a narrow point.
We go around the other side of it?
It's right in the center. It's in the center of a narrowing.
Oh, it's a narrowing.
Should we just go back?
Yeah, slave life not too bad.
No. I think we should risk it.
Okay, I'm gonna do another one. Another athletics
Okay,
check.
wait a second. If you drop me on the island, I'll like run through under its legs and distract it, and maybe, and as you guys
Can get free again.
can get around
I
it.
think if we are
Dragon
at a
huddle.
safe enough distance,
Mhm.
I think my witch bolt because I
You can't. If you're resting, you guys can't stay in the water unless you're going to be expected back.
Can we just sit in the? What they'll send people out after us?
Well, eventually, it's not that far from the island. So if
how
Friezo's
long's a short rest for me to? How long would I need to do a short rest to
15,
regain?
15 minutes or so.
Okay, so I think we do a short rest, and then I can probably just like artillery shell the Hydra out of range of his snapping jaws with a witch bolt.
That's true.
Sounds like a good plan.
I think for 15 minutes, I think they'll be looking for us already.
But won't they just expect that we're
They're
dead?
expecting us
They're
to
not
be
going to
eaten,
look for
won't they?
us.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, right.
I don't think they're expecting us to come back. Do we?
No way.
Do we? We don't still have a torch lit or anything. They
still-
can't see us.
You still have a torch.
Maybe we could
Should we douse it?
extinguish
I don't know
it.
if they have
Let's
line
all
of sight though.
yell-
To be
let's
honest,
all
No,
yell
yeah,
like
you
we've
kind of-
died.
I don't think they have line of sight.
Yeah,
so.
you've gone around.
All right.
Oh, ouch, ouch, ouch.
I'm a ghost.
Well, if anything,
I was eaten.
Yeah, nailed it. Right.
Okay, so we wait, and then
Okay,
we row.
You
good
can cast
plan,
spells
Fraser.
again.
Cool. All right, I'm gonna cast a witch bolt at this Hydra. What's its armor class, Dave?
15.
It's an 18 plus my spell attack, so yeah, it hits.
Okay, great. How much damage?
Oh boy, sorry.
D10.
Oh, there's so many dice for your witch bolt now.
I'm using a third level spell slot.
So now
sorry.
we're just gonna have to wait and for him to just slowly roasting this Hydra.
Okay.
It's just like a blast of
So
flame
it's
as we go
it's
past,
1d12 plus 2 more d12, so it's 3d12.
Right? I feel like we're playing Dungeons and Dragons.
I know, right?
1d12.
Is
This
this
is
what
what-
it's like?
This is
Here
what
you
people
go.
tuned in to see. All right, so 3d12 damage on the first one, so that's 11, 2, and 11.
Do you do that much?
Yeah, because I'm using a third level spell slot.
What
when
type
you
of
cast
damage?
this,
What type of damage is it?
it is lightning damage.
Yep.
On hit, Dark takes 1d12 lightning damage.
Mhm.
On each of your turns for the duration, you can use it to do 1d12 lightning
Now
damage.
you're in a boat, so you're gonna have to make concentration rolls every
Yeah,
time.
when
But
you cast a spell using a spell slot at second level or higher, the initial damage increases by 1d12 for each slot level above the first. So I've done 24 damage in that first.
And I'll
in that
roll to
first
keep
round.
the boat steady.
but hang on. So how much damage was that?
24.
24 points of damage.
11, 11, and 2.
Okay, great. So you did 24 points of damage.
Yep.
It roars in pain, but you're you're killing it like cowards from a distance. And it's,
Yeah.
This is like the Falkland War.
Yes. So
I'm Thatcher!
all right. And while it's distracted,
Fraser
you're
just
rowing,
screamed,
are you?
No, I'm gonna keep the boat steady while he
Quite
kills it.
understand.
The miners
You
were
can't
wrong!
keep it so steady that he won't have to make a concentration
Fraser's really
check.
taking
Okay.
a turn on unionism.
Yeah,
It's,
wow.
Sure
Since the
has.
Yeah,
dinosaurs.
sure.
All right. So what are you gonna do?
Can I? Shall I go? Shall I be rowing around to keep exploring?
No, we want to take
I'll
the
just
boat.
keep the boat steady,
as steady as
while
possible.
he's killing.
All right. You don't need to roll because you can't make it so steady that you won't have to make a concentration roll. So make it
Okay.
quick. Concentration.
Concentration is 5 plus. Well, it probably fails, doesn't it?
It does. So the spell withers and dies, but the Hydra's still hurt.
Damn
How
it.
hurt is it? Does it look quite hurt or not really?
Not hugely. I mean, that's a serious. It's not half dead or anything.
One of its heads looking pretty bad.
But maybe it's afraid of us. No, it'll probably still try and attack us. It's a monster.
Yeah, I think maybe we have to admit defeat then, because I've only got one more spell slot. Fuck it, I might as well just try this little spell slot. That I can rest on the way back if I need to replenish them, right? Fuck it. All right,
Sure.
let's give it a go.
Also, actually, it roars in pain and it snaps. It pulls at the chains, but they hold.
Oh, I see. All right, this is the second attack then. That's 18 plus 5 is 23. Yeah. I'm good.
Excellent.
Roll that damage.
Come on.
Damn damage.
Papa needs a new pair of. Kill the Hydra. That's a 1, 11, and 7, so that's 19 points of damage.
All right. So that's
22 and 19
yep.
is 41.
great. It's getting quite hurt, and the spell's holding. So you're gonna try your concentration check
Yep.
again.
Concentration.
Come on.
Now, the witch bolt
Freezer.
would make quite a bit of noise, wouldn't it, in this kind of echoey cavern?
Crackling.
So
It
we're
would
hearing
make
we're hearing
lightning noise.
big
Yeah, a bit
lightning
of crackling
bolts.
blue energy. Yeah, it says crackling. So, all right, and what
And
what
then we
is?
should yell out,
it's
"Ow,
got-
you got me with the witch bolt!"
Said I was dead before, but now I'm actually dead.
It's Constitution intelligence or yeah.
Intelligence, yeah.
It's-
It's just
okay.
innate spellcasting ability.
That's 11 plus. Well, my spellcasting ability is 5, so that's.
Yeah, you've got
16.
proficiency. That's fine.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, so you
Alright.
hold it this time.
And do more damage. 3 more d12s.
All right, that is a 11, a 6 is 17 plus 5, that's 22.
Okay, great.
So that's now we're at
It's
63
starting- is
damage.
Is this a single turn?
That's
no,
turn.
no, every
Every
This
second
is
turn, yeah.
4 turns.
Okay, the dragon rolls a 20, and it
Shit.
suddenly 2 of the chain, or the rusted chains snap,
there's
and
only
the
one
other ones
left.
seem to creak as it tries to jump towards the boat again.
Okay, how damaged does it look, Dave?
And it still doesn't look that hurt. It's one of its heads is it's dragging on the ground. The other 4 look very angry.
So how far away from the island are we? Like, if it breaks its chains, it will be able to attack us?
Make quickly for me just a intelligence
if
check.
it can swim?
Yep. Hydras are creatures that exist in watery sort of beachside areas, and they're very fast swimmers.
Uh-oh.
So
Kill it faster.
okay. That's an 8 plus 5 is 13. Does that concentration work?
13. No, your spell dies again.
Okay, let's get out of here.
And let it know that these cowards almost defeated a challenge 8 Hydra by sniping it from the distance. But
Oh fuck it! Maybe I'll try a fucking prestidigitation. How much?
Prestidigitation what?
Eldritch Blast.
yeah, you can cast a little Eldritch Blast, but I'll keep making
Oh,
the
very
the
condescending.
The
So
cell.
let's go.
It will definitely kill us.
Let's
if
go
it breaks the chain.
let's go 300 feet away then, and I'll snipe it.
I don't know. I feel
360
like
no scope, baby.
Dave says like, "Oh, you killed an innocent monster. You could have just run away."
No,
but then
okay.
he calls us cowards when we don't kill it. Like, what does he want? How do we appease him?
How can we possibly know what Dave would
Okay,
want?
you back off, and you've used your Eldritch Spear.
All right, I just have to look up. Oh, sorry.
It's not going to sit there and wait for spells, however. So as you're rowing away, make that athletics check for me.
Oh, I should have cast Fireball.
2.
Okay, so you can't move. Sorry?
I should have cast Fireball.
Possibly. You can't. Yeah, okay. Actually, I don't know. It's fine. You're not being under attack yet, so you don't need to roll. So you make your way back, and the Hydra again pulls at its chains, and a third one snaps. So it's now being held by just one chain. As you guys make your way back to about 300 feet away.
Do they have wings?
No.
No, they can
Okay.
swim real quick.
Do we have wings?
Okay, so we can go 300 feet, and I can do 1d10 of force damage.
Just
two d10s. Yeah, 2d10s.
This is classic Dragon Friends, just spending all of our
All right,
time and
all right,
spell slots
all right, I'm doing it,
defeating a
I'm doing
monster
it.
that we don't need to fight.
I'm doing it. 2d. All right, so I think
You've
it's
done a lot of damage to it.
because it's a
Good work, yeah.
cantrip. I probably need to do a spell
Spell
attack,
attack.
don't I? Yeah. Okay. 8 plus 7 is 15.
He just makes it.
Woo! All right, 2d10 worth of damage. Is that a
You got
D10?
dark vision, don't you?
No,
Yeah.
it's
No,
more of
there's
a
a 12 on
diamond
it.
shaped
Alright,
one.
this one. All right. The
Yeah.
first one is
Oh, hang on.
4.
What's the
Second-
dark vision range?
Dark
60
vision
feet.
60 feet.
So disadvantage.
Oh, I see.
You can't
Alright,
see
let's
it.
try
It's
it again.
too far away.
And 11. Yeah, sorry, I do hit.
All right.
So I forgot what I rolled. So I'm just gonna go again. Sorry.
Yep.
That 2d10.
2d10s.
That's a 9 and a 9. So it's 18 damage.
All right. You do another 6 points of damage, and it roars in pain. Still seems very angry. 4 of the heads are okay, and it pulls and pulls at the chain, and rolls a 1. And
All
the
right, let's
chain
go again.
holds.
Come on. Put it all on red. Oh, good. All right, so I'm at
Disadvantage.
disadvantage. Fuck. All right, that's a 12 and a 3.
Misses.
And what are all the dragon friends? It rolls a 4,
Oh,
and the chain holds.
You will never break the
Should we
chain.
just fucking do it? How sick does it look, Dave?
It doesn't look half dead.
Oh.
It doesn't look that.
Oh, we could be here all night doing this. It's just
Wait,
fucking
you gotta
Yeah.
turn a phrase, or it
It
literally
actually looks
doesn't look
about.
up?
It's starting to look about half dead.
Oh, boy.
Half
And I've done
dead.
80 damage to it or so, and it looks half dead. So
88.
88. So I've got to do that 4 more times. I think I've got to do 4 more basic hits with this Eldritch Blast.
And we've
Do
got no
That's not
weapons.
4 more. That's 4 maximum damage hits.
yeah.
So
I think
are
we
we
gotta
going
bail.
back to be slaves? Is that what we're doing?
But I reckon there's a Hydra there. It's protecting something, and it's got to be good.
All right, fine.
All right.
Let's go
Okay,
again.
well, I'm
17.
Do you need
I'm
us?
gonna 1. Fuck.
What are you doing?
I want to make a dash for it. I want to row past the island.
But you've gone 300 feet back towards the
Yeah,
shore.
but it won't take me long to row 300 feet. Are we going back to be slaves?
Which chains have snapped? Be
Dragon
clear.
huddle?
The 3 furthest away from you, facing towards you.
So
So
there's
it's
one.
furthest away from you, so it can get as close as possible to you.
Oh, right.
Yeah. It's northeasterly chains.
Mm. Do we want to explore the lake? Or do
Actually,
we
now that
wanna-
you're 300 feet back, you can see the shore. And you can see that there are torches are starting to be gathered, and there's activity around the other rowboat as all of this spellcasting is going on.
Oh, they're
Oh.
coming for us. Well, then so they might be mad at us for killing their Hydra.
Well, no, they don't know that we did that.
Yeah, it was like that when we got here.
You're not getting your bond back.
Ruined a perfectly good Hydra.
I thought they might be quite pleased that we hurt the Hydra because that means that they don't have a Hydra they have to deal with anymore.
It might not even be their Hydra. It could be
the benefit of killing someone's
maybe
pet
it's
dog.
the-
They
It
don't
could
have to
be-
feed
could
it.
You know what we should do? All right, Dragon Huddle, you know what we should do? We should wait for their torches to come. We should extinguish our torch. They won't be able to see us, right? We'll hide over or aside from them. And then when they go to check us out where we are, I'll fucking snipe the last chain, let the Hydra loose, and then we can take over all the slave trade.
Great.
Nice.
Great.
plan.
So we should play dead.
Yeah,
We
no,
should
we're
make-
going
Lights
to
out.
hide off to the side of the cavern.
Okay, I just want to paint this so
Muffled
you guys
doors.
understand it.
Make sure that you are within range of the Hydra so you can have dark vision.
No, because I have disadvantage if I'm outside dark vision.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
To get close enough that you have dark vision so you can snipe it in the dark.
60 feet. Oh, I don't know. I like my chances without it.
All right, just to be clear, if I segue quickly. Meanwhile, at the gates, are we hearing you? Is there a problem?
We're fixing it. Don't worry,
Okay,
keep
so we
going.
will fix Ben's as we go. So just meanwhile on the shores.
Sorry, just for the video. Ben was asked to change his mic, and what Ben did was unplug his mic, get our second mic out of the case, and then try to plug his first mic into his second mic, leaving the lead, which we were just taken out of the mic, on the ground.
He just mashed two microphones together.
So to be clear, meanwhile, the slaves are sent out to feed the Hydra, and their boat disappears out of view while the guards watch. Then, as the light fades away as you go up the river, then they hear some silence and then a Hydra roar, and then they hear 3 cracks of lightning, and then 2 sort of force damage zaps. And then they see racing back 300 feet from the island a boat with a wizard at the back of it firing spells at the Hydra. And while everyone tries to keep the boat steady. And then, as they start getting their boat ready to go and check on what happens, someone on the boat with the torch turns around for the first moment, sees them, looks at their friends, and extinguishes the torch. And then there is darkness.
So who's the? What
Is
is
that what happened?
Yeah. What's the boy say when he sees all that? Ben?
Yeah, they brought him to the shore,
After them!
and the boat is filled with brood guards, each of them heavily armed, and 2 of them not just with torches, but with hooded bullseye lanterns, and they're sweeping the water looking for you.
Okay, so Dave, along here, where's the Hydra Island?
You're about here. Hydra Island's here.
Okay, so we're gonna hide off to the side of the Hydra Island, like somewhere like there.
Oh, yep. There's a little
Yeah,
Pirates
the little
Cove?
bit
There's
over
an
here.
inlet.
There's
Can we
a-
get ashore?
There's a tiny beach, but
Yeah.
again, you're gonna have to go past the Hydra, who will probably lunge at you and test the chains one more time.
It's fine. I'm
Let's
willing.
make it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
we'll be
roll as
fine.
fast as I can.
Okay, roll as fast as you
Rolling
can.
as fast as I can.
So this
Trying
is a
really hard.
Athletics check for
Trying
me.
so hard to row good. Oh, fuck.
Okay,
What'd
you're
you
going at
roll?
normal speed, just a 5.
Can
5
two
plus
people?
5 is
What about?
10.
Oh, you gotta
yeah.
get
What about-
advantage
couldn't
because
we do it
Bobby's
together?
helping you.
Couldn't me and Phil
Filch.
row really
Yeah.
good? 'cause
Yeah,
we're both
can
so
we both
strong?
row?
It just means advantage, so roll it one more time. 12.
Plus 5 is 17.
Okay, 17. You make your way up onto the cove, and the Hydra snaps at you, and the chains hold one last time, but that is 3 times it is pulled at this. So presumably the islet is getting damaged, as you guys.
I want to know why this Hydra didn't escape before. All I need to do was.
I think nobody was
I
like,
think
I'm
it's
gonna kill that
I
thing.
think it just needed.
Some rage.
No, it's not rage. It's like you never really try to break out of prison until someone stands at a distance shooting you. Before you really ask yourself, maybe I can get out of this predicament.
Maybe the moral lesson here was that Thatcher's war in the Falklands was cowardly.
You guys are on the cove, waiting just a mere 60 feet away from the island. You can hear the Hydra padding around, and those of you with dark vision can see a dark shape. It is injured and furious but its head suddenly flip upwards as it notices the bullseye lantern sweeping the water as the other boat starts to approach. It's about 150 feet away
The boat is from the Hydra?
from you and the Hydra.
Okay, so how far is so it's an equilateral triangle, is it?
Not equilateral, because you're 60
More of an
feet. It's an isosceles.
isosceles.
So we're 60 feet and
You're 60
Hey guys,
feet-
this is triangle chat.
You're 60 feet from the Hydra?
So the Hydra's there.
so I'm 60, so I'm within dark vision range of the Hydra.
Yes, but
So
not...
goodbye disadvantage. All right. So then, and it's 150 feet
100
away.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna wait for that boat to get sort of closer to the Hydra.
Okay, as you do, you will come into range of its bullseye lanterns. They're about 60 feet throw.
All right. Well, I'll wait until they are at like 100 feet then.
Okay, so they're about 100 feet.
Yep.
So just as they get to about 100 feet, what do you do?
I'm gonna cast an Eldritch Blast using spear, so I have crazy range, and I'm gonna aim for the manacles.
That's a very small target.
Yep. So do you want me to take disadvantage again?
No, you're 60 feet, so you're
Yep.
fine. But its armor class is better even than the Hydra.
Yeah, but if you think about the maths, right? You are almost guaranteed to hit the Hydra, but then the Hydra's going to tug at its chains, and that's a 50-50 chance.
But that would be if you hit the Hydra. Are you going to aim for the Hydra or the chain?
That's
No,
what-
no, I'm hitting. I'm aiming for the chain closest to the Hydra.
There's only one chain left.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So that chain is attached to the neck. That's what I'm trying to hit.
Oh, okay. Are you aiming
Yeah.
at the collar?
Yeah.
Okay,
Ah,
great.
okay.
Yep.
Right.
All right.
So if you miss, you might hit the Hydra
yeah.
anyway.
If you
Yeah,
beat it.
that's great.
So that's
yeah.
the thing. If
Yeah.
I miss, I hit the Hydra
That's clever.
potentially. and
Armor
then
class 18 for the collar.
all right. So
but-
my spell attack is +7.
Yep. So you need 11 or higher.
All right. Come on. 6. Oh
That fails by less than 5, however, which means that it does hit the Hydra. So do damage to the Hydra.
All right. So that is 2d10 worth of damage to the Hydra. That's an 8 and a... Well, was it? It was an 8, but it knocked to a 4. An 8 and a 7 is 15.
All right, so there's 15 points of damage. So the Hydra is very hurt now. And
You said it was less than halfway.
no, I'm saying, well, it's now over halfway.
Oh, I see.
And it roars again at its pain. And I'll do this one for you guys. So the Hydra's got +5 to its strength, and it needs to do a moderate check because it's one last chain left.
All right. Let's do it on the dice cam.
Yeah.
I'm going to. So
Oh
it's
boy.
all it needs to do is beat a 10.
And hang on, can we just... If it... Well, if it...
I guess we do, but then what's gonna happen? I don't know what's gonna happen. It's gonna
I don't know if it
it's
will
gonna
attack us.
It's gonna
or
attack
don't know.
that
them.
slave boat.
Ten or
I've
higher.
got a plan, though. I've got a plan.
Wait, are we on we're on land?
Yeah.
Sort of.
And
We're-
arguably closer to it.
We're beached.
Wait, we're
Um,
on the land.
what
We're-
is
so
there-
they're about
It's a
100
tiny
feet away
beach.
from
But
the...
what's behind? Is it a beach that leads to somewhere, or is it just a little eddy in the? Is there a way off the beach, Dave?
Well, yeah, if you want to look around...
No.
There's nothing there.
Can't picture it. Show us.
Okay.
It's not
Just
an
a wa-
exit.
It's a wall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're
It's a
not. We're
wall.
just on the
Yeah,
land.
it seems like there's been a ledge and then there's just a brick wall. But interesting, like a wall. It's not like it looks like a man-made wall. And so 10 or higher. Actually, no.
Wait, is that the question?
Where's the nice metal dice?
Metal dice.
it's a-
The
metal
dice
of
Here it
politeness.
is.
No, it's okay.
The
This
nice
heavy one.
dice.
All right.
Here
Oh,
it
no,
is.
they won't be able to see it, will they?
You,
3!
yeah, you weak, dumb
The
Hydra.
The chain holds
Yeah.
for the 4th time, and it
What a
seems
great
like
chain.
it seems like through the
Great chain.
These chains.
Dave.
Ah.
And
And
then-
Mistral chains.
Wait, who's your chain guy?
top 10 chain guys, go. And so it roars in pain, and this spell for a second has illuminated you, and the bullseye lanterns, as they row into position, sweep towards you. And as they do, as they round the corner, you notice that not only is the little shit kid there, and not only is the slave master and the 2 brood guards, but the other one on the dinghy, dressed in her beautiful yellow sort of fabric and with her powerful flashing eyes, is Fenthaza, the nightmare speaker of the Yuan Ti. And she holds up her hand and she says, "Impressive."
Yes, very impressive.
Also, please stop shooting my
I was talking about the chain. Look at that. Look at that work.
Who does your chain?
Oh, it's a guy called Tim. He's from Waterdeep. Been
Oh,
using him for years.
yeah, we're from Waterdeep. Oh, we
Oh.
know Tim.
It
Oh yeah,
seems-
Tim.
It seems I was right.
You know Tim?
It seems
Short Tim.
It seems. Don't know why I even give you the opening. It seems I was right to spare you from the sacrificial altar. Dendar works in mysterious ways, and he may have use even for you. And she instructs the guards, "Take them to my quarters. I will deal with them personally there." And
Sex.
and with that, she casts a spell and seems to shimmer and vanish.
Can I just say that she, after that, she shimmers back into it. She's like, "Sorry, I was just thinking what I said before. That could have sounded like a sex thing. It's not. I deal with them, and You know what? I shouldn't have even. And then he just.
Does that mean they put themselves in range of the Hydra to come and if they have to come and get us?
While it's not being attacked, it's not doing these kind of desperate lunges
right.
at the moment.
Okay.
Should we, now that she's
yeah,
gone,
now I really want to release that Hydra.
have another roll of the dice?
Release the
Hydra!
You're watching everybody's favourite game show in Beirut. Release the Hydra.
There's like
Okay,
so
once again,
many
I feel-
high-ranking officials on this lake. We
Yeah,
could
it's
really.
gonna be it's gonna be like the day the music died, but for slave owners.
Also, you.
I'm not going to tell you what to do.
Like, also you.
I'm not going to tell you what to do. Friezo, it's up to you. You probably have the time it takes for them to do the simple thing that she said, which was to release you from your bondage as slaves and take you to her quarters. You probably have time to attack the Hydra again. What do you want to do?
Or do you want to try and sink their boat?
No, because they could probably swim.
Yeah.
We gotta-
Release the
Ah!
Hydra!
What is your plan for when the
No,
Hydra?
that's not,
All right.
that's not a question
I
that's
don't play.
necessary.
Filch has a plan.
That's a
Oh,
plan.
great.
No, you're going to run out of time unless you do it now.
Okay, cool. Fucking let's go. It's a 16. That hits. That hits the chain.
That actually hits the chain.
the chain.
All right, do 2d10 of damage.
That's a 9 and a 5, so that's 14.
All right, snap goes the chain.
Yay!
The Hydra. We freed the Hydra. The Hydra is
Is it literally
the
like?
animal liberation.
Wait a minute.
the Hydra is freed. Now, of course, there are two groups. However, one of them is well lit with lanterns on a boat about 70 feet away from the Hydra.
Fuck!
With 3 people on it. But the other group with 4 people on it is 60 feet away, but hidden in darkness. Now, the Hydra has dark vision, which means that you guys are what I'm going to do is I'm going to say 1 to 8, it dives at you. No, I'll say 1, no, actually, because you guys are closer. 1 to 11, it dives at you. 12 up, it dives at their boat. It attacks. The Hydra, roaring in pain, not wanting to tangle with you, makes a leap and dives into the water. And they're from even the splash, their boat is capsized, and they, Yuan-Ti, not nearly as good at swimming as Hydras, find themselves in the water as their boat is crushed to splinters. However, the Hydra is now eating them as they scream, and you hear the little boy's voice.
But this is just outrageous. Don't you know who
As the water turns red, and
Everyone who goes to private school should be eaten alive by a Hydra. That's the moral lesson from this story.
as you guys back away from the water, because now you can't see the Hydra. The Hydra is now underwater.
Oh, no.
Fuck it, let's get on that island. Let's get on that island.
Well, you're on that little alcove.
Let's go past. Let's go
We want
past
to go
the
past
island.
that little entrance thingy, don't we?
So we jump back in the boat.
You're going-
While it's eating the people, can we jump in the boat and rope?
The
rope
water
up?
is really choppy, and you don't know where the Hydra is. So there's a chance you might get attacked on the way through it. You can try.
Okay, what about the wall behind us? Is it really a wall or is it a secret door?
Do you
Oh,
wanna have
could
a-
we sort now that
I'ma
there's
have a
no
look.
bosses
Are
left?
you gonna
in
check the- check
Slave
I'm checking the
Town?
wall.
I want you to make for me quickly a
That was a
investigation
2.
check.
I didn't find anything.
Yeah. I'm afraid you didn't.
It's a regular wall.
This is not how it works. You don't get
No.
a roll. But the wall does look strange and suspicious.
Anybody with more intelligence want to check it?
No, I think we just go search that island for treasure. The
You
Hydra.
actually, sorry, to make that
Hydra
clear, you
Island.
can roll. You can keep searching. Someone else can search it. But every time you search it, that took a little bit of time.
Right.
The Hydra is cleaning up right now.
It's gonna come and eat us soon. We need to get off this beach.
It feels like something's been blocked off here. If this is bricks,
Yep.
and then so without doing an investigation check, what do I see? That it's just kind of like
You look at it, it feels strange and flat. In fact, I'll let you say you tap it, and it feels hollow.
Filge. Let's bust a hole in its mother.
Yay! And so can I take a run up?
You've got to be very short. It's yes, you can. You have 7 feet. You have 7 feet.
And all right, I'm gonna run up and I'm gonna shoulder barge the wall.
You've got a short run, so you've got advantage. Make a strength check for me, or athletics, either, whatever's highest.
Go,
They're the
Filch.
same.
Knocking over a wall is a hard check, so 20.
No.
Um,
Nope.
Filge smacks again and falls down, bruising herself, and the wall actually cracks, but it seems to hold itself.
Step
And-
aside. 18.
18. And Baston goes over the top of Filge and smashes it again, and the wall collapses in on itself, and the rumble makes a loud crashing noise and then settles, and it's quiet. And it's only then that you realize that the quietness is surprising, because not only can you not hear the crashing rubble, but the water has now gone quiet as well.
Uh-oh.
What?
I know this scene
What did we do?
from The Lord of the Rings.
Let's get in the hole, away from the
Yeah,
Hydra.
let's
Is it
get
a
Into
hole?
the hole.
Into the hole. Into the hole.
And
Into
as
the
the
hole.
dragon friends dive through a hole that they have made, knowing that
portal?
there may be an injured, angry Hydra chasing them, knowing too that the slave master's death may be causing problems for a hard-pressed workforce with low morale downstairs.
Oh, no.
Zero sympathy, by the way. Just saying.
Yeah.
While Fenthazar waits for them to be brought to her for whatever nice thing she planned to do for them.
She's just sitting in a room full of cakes, being like, well, they should be here any moment.
For the Thane of the Night Serpent still has more secrets to reveal for this motley crew. For Dendar, the Night Serpent, as he thrashes beneath the limits of the world, waiting for the end times that still may come to this wretched land, while Razna C plots in his lair. Where's Justin? Somewhere, we guess. For the answers to questions such as these, tune in to the next episode of Dragon Friends!
Free the Hydra, everyone.